How could I agree? I said I'll go to labor arbitration, bring it on. In the midst of this madness, I was totally unprepared. My heart burned with the fury of betrayal and abandonment. I never imagined that the days ahead would be so tough. I was once the star of the company. In the development department, I was the rightful backbone, just a team lead, but I sure let my crew to get some serious work. I worked on a personnel optimization system, and who would have guessed it would become the tool that got me fired? Talk about irony. Seeing my colleagues' mocking gazes, I angrily threw my ID badge down, as if that would throw away all my bitterness too. Suddenly, the takeout arrived. Fuming, I ignored the delivery guy. I can't understand you. After venting my emotions, I awkwardly squeezed onto the subway home. I looked good on the outside, but my wallet was as empty as my hopes. Buying a house depleted 2 generations' savings. I now pay $15,000 monthly mortgage, plus suffocating living costs. Financial pressure was so overwhelming I could hardly breathe. I knew I couldn't worry my family, so I had to keep my job loss a secret. In the following month, I sent out resumes like confetti, but they all sank without a trace. Talk about a ghost town. Finally, a company showed interest, and I went in all excited for the interview, only for the interviewer to stare in shock at "You've been around for 7 or 8 years. How are you still here?" "Sorry, interview Jude. Let's talk about the successes leading my teams instead. Aren't we all just scrambling for the same programmer jobs?" I thought to myself, maybe I should take notes from the young guns. I knew my professional skills were top-notch, but being nearly 50 was a huge roadblock to finding work. I started realizing how brutal society was to middle-aged folks, even scarier than my mum's critiques of my life choices. I stumbled home looking like a lost puppy, thinking I could hide, only to find my dad already waiting for me. He knew about my job loss. Dad angrily grilled me. "How long have you been out of work?" Talk about killing my buzz. He wanted our daughter to be a stay-at-home wife, and now we're relying on the community cook. Oh boy, this is a real headache. I hadn't mentioned my job loss to my wife, thinking to myself, how are we going to survive? Seeing my father's worried face, I felt guilty, but didn't I want to keep the family afloat too? Suddenly, a month flew by, no job in sight, and to top it off, I was scammed out of $30,000. Talk about rubbing salt in the wound. Then, my father had a stroke, was sent to ICU, with a $240,000 surgery fee, a disaster from above. This sudden calamity added even greater burdens on our already shaky family. To quickly raise the surgery funds, I had to reluctantly accept the company's severance of $300,000. What a tragedy. At that moment, my wife noticed something was off when she received a mortgage overdue message. I knew I couldn't hide it any longer. I had to come clean to her. I'd been unemployed for 2 months. My heart shattered in that moment. The shock and despair in Cheyenne's eyes when we dug through all our savings. We found only $32,000. Our monthly expenses were $22,000, which means we could last only a month. The moment of despair was upon us. Cheyenne decided to go back to work by starting a training class. She said she could earn $7,000, and I'd need to figure out. I braved a smile, saying $15,000 a month was no problem, even though inside I felt completely lost. I'd need rehab, costing $4,000 a month. My daughter just got into an international school, tuition $200,000. Shani suggested we might need to give up, but I thought we could hold on a bit longer. There must be a way. "Can you handle this?" I thought, I can handle this. I must hold this family together. My daughter's acceptance letter felt like a weight on my heart. The tuition fee was an insurmountable mountain. I used to think with 20 years of experience crawling through the IT world, a $60,000 monthly salary could support my... But now, the reality of being laid off shattered my dreams into pieces. I knew Cheyenne didn't distrust me. We both understood that the harsh reality wasn't something we could change. "I'm not mad about you losing your job. I can accept that, but I cannot accept you hiding it from me. Is this your family alone? Is it just you?" That argument really hit a nerve. "I'm not just some tag-along, this is our home." Cheyenne's words pierced through my tired facade and all those lies. I thought I could carry everything on my own to protect this family, forgetting that marriage is a two-person battle. Life had to go on. The next day, I contacted the mortgage manager, requesting a few days extension. But the manager was resolute. He was so heartless. If I didn't pay, it'd go legal. Just when I was at my wit's end, I heard a delivery guy live streaming that he made $12,000 last month. Suddenly, it sparked an idea: could I make that much running deliveries? Is someone like me to deliver us? Could I really hit 15,000? Of course you can, but you've got to go full time. Our line of work isn't a walk in the park. I said no out loud, but secretly followed the guy's stream. What else could I do? Hope you guys will subscribe and stay tuned. Our story is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.